What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special center build in store for y'all. Now, this one is gonna be called the Break Starter build in NBA 2K24 on next gen. Now, the main thing with this one today is that it's going to be reminding me of WILT, Chamberlain, and with this build, when it comes to our attributes, we'll be able to get a 100 plus when it comes to our free throw, pass accuracy, block, defensive rebound, as well as our offensive. Now, as far as for the strength and stamina, these are going to reach at least a 95 plus. And then for our standing dunk, post control, interior defense, mid-range, and three-point shot, all of these attributes have the potential to reach a 90 plus. Now, going into the animations, this build will be able to get the pro big man contact dunks. And as far as for badges, we're going to be able to get 10 bronze, 16 silver, 12 gold, and 4 Hall of Fame. Now look, this is definitely got to be one of my favorite big man builds that I've brought to y'all this year, especially when it comes to this kind of build name. So look, before we get any further into this video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. So when it comes to this build, you definitely want to go ahead and put it under the center position. Go with the height of 7'3", and then for this weight, go with 255. For our wingspan, I decided to go with 7'11". Now from here, we're all set to move forward into this build. And the first area that I do want to tackle is going to be the stamina. So go ahead and put this all the way up to a 92. As for when it comes down to our vertical, I'm going to go with the 68. Moving on to our strength, I'm going to go with the 92 here as well. As for the acceleration, I'm going to go with the 38 with a 47 speed. Now, do take into consideration, we get a +4 put towards our physicals. So these numbers are going to be 51, 42, 96, and 96 with a 72 vertical. Now, moving into the defensive end, for that interior, I'm going to go ahead and put this up to an 82. As for the perimeter, I'm going to go with the 58. And moving on to that steal, I'm going to leave this at a 27. Now for this block, I'm going to go with the 92 as well. And then moving on to the offensive rebound, I'm going to go with a 93. Now to wrap everything up, make sure you leave this defensive rebound at a 78. And we will go over the badges in a moment, but this is what we're going to be looking like on the defensive end. Now I think we're off to a pretty good start to move forward. Let's go ahead and check out the playmaking. So for the pass accuracy, go ahead and put this all the way up to a 92. As for when it comes down to our ball handle, leave this at a 53 with a 33 speed with ball. Now you get a lot of solid badges from this area. I like break starter, post playmaker, and special delivery. Other badges like touch passer and the rest on gold are definitely going to be effective. And also when it comes to the shooting end, we're going to be a threat out of this area as well. So go with the free throw of an 80. As for that three-point shot, I'm going to go with the 75. Moving on to the mid-range, I'm going to go with the 77. And then to wrap everything up with the finishing, go ahead and put this post control up to an 81. Moving on to the standing dunk, I'm going to go with an 83. And then as for this driving dunk, you can make your own adjustments along the way. But something that I do recommend, make sure you drop this close shot to a 51. Go ahead and put 2 ticks into our driving dunk. And right here, this is what the build is going to be looking like maxed out. Now starting with some of the badges, ones that do catch my eye are going to be Fast Twitch. We also get Post Fade Phenom, Dream Shake, a lot of solid badges coming from this build. Now I also do like Aerial Wizard and Precision Dunker. Also when you look at other badges like Rise Up, and then for the post scoring end, we get Gold Back Down Punisher, Post Mid Technician, and also Hall of Fame Post Playmaker. Now one of my favorite moves in the game is definitely going to be Drop Stepper. If you want to go the extra route to get this on the gold tier, go ahead and do so. Now for the shooting, we're still going to be able to get a majority of the badges needed to be effective. My personal favorites are Guard Up and Open Looks. We also get Midi Magician. And also when it comes to Catch and Shoot, I think this badge is going to be paired up really nicely with Claymore. Now we did go over the playmaking and pass accuracy. As for the defensive end, we get Gold Anchor, Silver Post Lockdown. As for this area of the build, I'm telling y'all, you're pretty overpowered, especially having Gold Anchor and Silver Pogo Stick. Now from there, we'll be able to get Hall of Fame Box Out Beast, Gold Rebound Chaser, and then for the physicals, I'm telling y'all, I don't think that this build can get much better, especially with the way that I did create it. Now something that you do want to take into consideration. Remember when you activate your takeover, that's a plus 10 towards whichever area you do decide. Now if you end up buying your own boost, that's a plus 4 to 5. And on top of that, the better we play throughout each game, you will be able to acquire a minor boost. Just something to take into consideration. But I think the majority of the best stats on this build definitely will be our strength and stamina. We also have a very high free throw, the pass accuracy of course, but I'm really liking the versatility on the inside with the post control and our standing dunk. Now let me know right now your thoughts and opinions down below on this build creation. Now let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made the build correctly together. And if you did so, we should be able to get these 3 comparisons. And as y'all can see together, we have created the Catfish and Best Break Starter build in NBA 2K24 on Next Gen. Now this build is definitely going to be reminding me of Wilt Chamberlain, especially from the gameplay and what we're able to do. But look, I just want to say thank y'all so much for the support. More so than anything, thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.